Go ahead, do what you gotta do. I gotta put my shit on mute anyway. This is sort of fucked up. It's been a fucking while. It's been a fucking while. Hello, everybody. Just jumped into the show. It's been a fucking while. I've been in Vegas for like 5 days. And I got back the day before yesterday and had a fucking recovery. Like people will have to do sometimes after being a fucking junkie asshole for, a few days. I was straight on alcohol, non-stop. But it was awesome. Vegas is always awesome. I'm with a nice group. Just started to feel good. I somehow worked out yesterday and today. That was amazing. I ate like shit.
That's the best part though, dude. That's like half the reason you go.
It feels good going in, but just like all that sugar plus the alcohol in your body is just crazy. My gambling method in blackjack would work every single time I sat down. However, my gambling methods for sports betting never worked. None of the time.
I was gonna ask you if you did any gambling while you were down there, but
yeah, for sure I did.
Because I remember I went with you a few times to casino. You played poker. I think you did pretty well.
Yeah, I won that one time. I remember. Yeah, we won a couple times. I don't gamble out here anymore. I'll just go to Vegas because for a little while I was just trying to see if there's ways to consistently make money. And I think there are, but I don't know. I think that when I start doing something too much, it can become addictive. So I just try not to do it. I got this dope hat though. I don't even can they see in the camera?
I think so. Yeah.
All right, Squishyman used to be the nickname, right? And so I got this hat for like 15 fucking bucks, like I just told you.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty dope. A nice snapback, a Kwik-E-Mart snapback, to signify me and the Squishyman's familial bond.
It's pretty cool.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So this trip was actually pretty tight. I have a tendency, it seems like, when I go to Vegas to run into famous people. And
Does it mean anyone cool or no?
Well, I didn't like physically meet them, but I saw them, so it was like, it was fucking tight as fuck. Especially since I've been watching videos of some of them, so it was just like interesting because I was like, man, what the fuck. I was watching videos of them before going to Vegas, just because I've just been watching a lot of basketball videos recently, and then I went and I think it was, so we went for March Madness, which is like a trip that we make a lot and often because it's just a good time to go. It's the most packed time in Vegas. Like people, you think like Halloween or New Year's is the most packed.
No.
It's actually March Madness because so many people come to bet, like lines to bet out all the casinos.
That's
it's
crazy.
Yeah. So everyone's betting on these games. Everyone's just losing because there's so many, especially in the first.
Like football games or basketball?
Basketball games, college basketball games.
Wow.
So there's teams playing teams that they never played before from different conferences, different areas of the country, doing stuff they don't normally do. And so it's hard to really gauge who's going to win or who's not,
That's pretty cool though.
Well,
gives them like a new pool to participate in.
Yeah, people like it,
Makes it
it's
interesting.
like school loyalties and shit, like probably play a big deal.
That makes sense though.
Yeah, so
there's probably a lot of money in it too. Especially if you're
for a casino, for sure. It's a ton of money. They make a lot. I don't know where else the money is. Advertisers and shit, maybe.
Right.
But if you know how to bet and you somehow bet right, you can win. But I was like 0 for 9 on my bets on sports.
That sucks, dude.
Dude, it's so terrible. And like 5 of them I missed by like 1 point, one basketball point, which is so crazy.
So you have to guess like the score and like how long it goes or something? Or?
Nah, it's like, I guess if you're in Vegas, there's probably a possibility of those bets being available or something. But I think that it's it's like you bet over a spread or if one team's gonna win. Those are like the usual bets. Like a money line bet is if one team's just gonna win, and the spread, which usually pays more, is if a team's gonna win by a certain amount of points.
Wow.
It's not like, well, the over under, you can guess what they collectively will score together. You know what I'm saying?
That's pretty cool.
So there's a lot of different ways to play.
Those odds are probably fucking pretty phenomenal, right? Like out there.
Nah, I mean it's just one number.
I guess that's true.
And it's like 187.
What's the average that both would you say in college basketball?
Well, I don't know if there's a number you could put to it. The teams are too different, but there's definitely on average less than the NBA.
So less than like 100 per team?
Oh yeah. On average, college teams don't score 100 a team, and maybe in the NBA they average around 100 or over 100 per game. Just because in college they're just not as good, man. I mean, college player, like,
you're still like growing and learning, picking up skills and shit. No?
If you're like okay, but you're 6'5", you can make it onto a college team.
Wow.
You know, you might be super phenomenal in 5'9", and depending on where you played or whatever, not be on any college team. But if you're 6'5", I mean, you play in like a division, like not even a major school, and be a big player. So yeah, it helps a lot. It buys you more time if you're trying to be a pro, or do something, or get a free education or whatever.
That's pretty cool.
Definitely.
Yeah. You have to maintain like a certain GPA, yeah.
Yeah, but when I was at ASU, I was friends with a lot of student athletes, so I'm mostly like the championship wrestling team, and so they broke it down to me a lot. They would have so much allocated study time that they had to be in a particular part of like the athlete complex.
That's fucking crazy.
So they would have guaranteed study time, this and that, like pretty strict, academic stipulations. So. And
these are all like mandated by the school, or to participate in the sports.
They're either mandated by the school or the NC, whatever is the NCAA itself, which is like I guess you could say like the governing body of like the schools or whatever. I'm not an expert on this shit. College is the last that I know.
Right on.
I don't need, like, I'm not gonna go bet on sports anymore, because usually when it's college, I'm just writing other people's bets.
Would you vote? Would you bet on the UFC by chance?
Yeah, I would.
Okay.
Like I would if I happened to be in Vegas or had a chance to go to Vegas and John Jones was fighting Cormier. I'd bet on Jones.
Only on that one though, or like?
No, a lot of them.
Okay.
A lot of them.
Yo, I hear people win crazy millions of dollars sometimes. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, but you have to bet a fucking shit ton.
I guess that's the half of it, huh?
Well, yeah, and be willing to lose it. In essence, when you bet, the way that I look at it is the money's already gone. If it leaves your hand, it's gone. If it comes back, and then you can do with it what you wish. So I have enough discipline for good blackjack runs most of the time. But you have to still take a chance there. At least with the way that I feel about the basketball games is that the NBA is where I know more, and oh man, I could have made so much money literally missing shit by just mere points, but
that sucks, dude.
That's whatever. I don't care. Like, it's sort of guaranteed that you're gonna lose in Vegas, so I didn't lose anything crazy or whatever. So I came back. It was like, yeah, I came back.
I have a buddy who went I have a buddy who went to Vegas just before March Madness, and he pretty much, the money he made there paid for like his flight, his hotel room, some gifts he got for his girls, stuff like that.
I was so close to that happening, but it wasn't, so it was all good. Yeah. Get him some time.
I'm sure you had a good time though, yeah?
Had a great time. So no matter what, I mean, one thing about the college bets is you don't have to be there betting. You just place them and you're out. You know, you just hold them. Or college bets, sports bets in general. So we went. There was way too much tequila than I prefer, but everyone else seemed to want to drink it.
Tequila. Dude, bro, that shit leave me like throwing up on the fucking sidewalk.
Drank some nice bullet, dude.
What's nice bullet?
Did throw up. It's some rye
Some
rye. Yeah, this is split over. So we were there. It's like rye whiskey, dude.
I've never had it. I didn't even know there was like a rye. Is it like a bread? Like a type of bread or something?
No, it's like the grain they use.
Oh,
you know,
okay,
like,
rye grains.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
good beer?
We had a lot of good beer, too.
That's good.
We drank through so much of it quickly.
Yeah.
Just
so you're supposed to do, though, do you?
Yeah. So, one of the games I was betting on, this one player, Gary Payton's son, was playing. His son was playing awesome, but I think they lost. But I'm watching Gary Payton's, a lot of his film and shit before he goes. Just because I'm just watching basketball shit because I've been playing a little bit more ball lately. So I'm just seeing GP talking to the homies that are on, like, of the 30 that are on the trip. But of the 7 of us in this particular suite are basketball coaches. So
wow.
We're just talking about Gary Payton. I'm just like telling them funny ass stories I've just been recently finding out, or just seen in some games or whatever. I'm just pretending I'm Gary Payton and shit while this game's going on. Like,
yeah.
Yeah,
that's cool. I don't even know who Gary Payton is.
He's just really good. Yeah, he's just funny. He's just player. He's known for trash talking.
Okay.
So like Shaq has some funny ass stories about him, and like just like he'll always talk trash about you. Like every time you run into him, like, oh yeah, big boy, you remember that one time when I threw in practice when I threw the ball off your face and I grabbed and I did that, and just talk shit, right?
Yeah.
So
does he do it because he's just having fun, or is it just to like get inside people's head?
Get inside people's head, and probably because he's having fun. I think he's from Oakland. I'm not 100% sure.
Okay.
But anyway, he's out watching his son play, so I'm seeing if his son's gonna be like that. His son's really maybe even better on offense than Gary was. Like he's really he just does some shit, athletic, can dunk, good knowledge of shit around the rim.
That's cool.
Pretty good D. Maybe not as good in D as his dad. His dad is like
how old is he?
One of the best defenders of all time.
He's like really young, or
pretty young. He's probably gonna go to the NBA next year. I heard.
Wow.
Yeah. So his name is Gary Payton Jr. I think, or Gary Payton 2 or something like that.
Gary Payton's like a name that's been around for a while, yeah.
Yeah, he was in the height of his career, like late 90s. So for a while.
Okay.
But
I just remember the name because my dad's a big basketball fan, or he was.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
so
like stare at the TV.
Maybe your dad would actually care about this story.
Probably.
Anyway, so yeah, I have a tendency to run it a lot of times to athletes. Like I said, the Terrell Owens story out here, and I think I said the Plaxico Burress one. When my homie was on ecstasy and he was running down the casino and hit this dude who just got out of jail.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. So there was this. So on the quick, like one time on a different trip, I was with my ex and we were doing a bunch of Molly and shit.
Yeah.
And just rolling our faces off, just us two. And we saw this dude, another dude from afar, rolling. And so we just started chilling with him, and he was just fucking going. He was rolling even crazier. I mean, when I used to roll all the time, like people usually couldn't tell, except I'd be just sweating like a motherfucker.
That's what I hear, man. You just sweat like a beast.
Sweating and you clench your teeth and shit.
Wow.
But so we were rolling like crazy. It was crazy.
Yeah.
But this guy, he was like running in the casino, and he's like spinning around with his arms stretched like this, like he's a fucking plane that's like about to crash.
Wow.
And I'm like, this is fucking crazy. And we're sort of like moving quick to follow him just because it's such a fucking spectacle.
Yeah.
And this fucking guy spins and runs splat into this enormous like African American gentleman in sweats who was instantly ready to fight the two shorter elderly white gentlemen that were with him. Most likely Jewish. That was my luck to have it. I think that it was his lawyer and agent or some shit. But I looked at the dude. I'm like, this guy looks familiar as fuck. But I'm rolling. I'm like, how the fuck do I know him? And this guy's ready to fight. Like 36 actions going on while I'm trying to figure this out. And I'm like, his two handlers or whatever we can call them grabbed him, and he finally let it go, the African American dude, and Molly homie for the night. My Molly Vegas homie was like, he was just chilling. And I was like, yo, we have to go to the bar. And I don't like to drink when I'm on Molly, but I went and grabbed a drink so I could talk to the bartender. Because I was like, this is probably the only person who for sure know and has to know and will answer me right now. For when I was like, yo, did Plaxico Burress get out of jail? Because I've been in Vegas for a couple days going crazy. And he was like, yeah,
dude,
he got out 2 days ago.
I gotta go with you. I apologize to cut you off.
Oh, yeah, we should do that, man. We should do that. It'd be cool as fuck.
Save up some...
save up some loot. And they'd be down. They always tell me to bring somebody. Cool. And I never do, so that'd be cool. Dude, I was Snapchatting everything. I'm gonna get into what happened in this story. Yeah. And this is gonna be pretty much a Vegas episode, this one. Because, dude, I've had such crazy occasions in Vegas. And I'm pretty sure it happens with everyone, but for me, a lot of times it's happening when I'm alone or like way more dangerous shit or just dumb shit. So, so my homie, he runs into this guy, and I go to the bar after this altercation gets settled. We go to the bar, and I ask the bartender, "Yo, did Plaxico Burress get out of jail in the last couple of days?" Because I'll tell you what happened is Plaxico Burress is and I'm sure, I mean, unless you're a football fan or not a sports fan at all, you've probably even heard of this story. There was a player, a star wide receiver on the Giants who flashed his gun in a New York nightclub and shot himself in the leg.
That's the dude?
That's the dude.
Wow, what a fucker.
He went to jail because the gun that he had, even though it's legal in other states, was illegal in that state. And New York has minimum mandatory sentences. Yeah, so they did 2 years in jail.
Wow.
I think in Rikers. I'm not sure.
I mean, that's
exactly.
what he gets, pulling out fucking guns and shooting yourself in the leg.
Well, especially when he was like one of the top receivers because they had just won a Super Bowl and he had made like clutch catches and he was getting that type of attention and he went and did that.
That sucks, man.
You know, so
literally shooting himself in the leg.
Literally shot himself. Lucky he didn't bleed out or hit himself in the femoral artery.
Dude, I was gonna say
got shit all tied up because one of his teammates, the linebacker, I can't remember his name, had to toss the gun and then had sort of like tell the truth and like exonerate himself. I think it's Antonio Davis, the name. I don't know, whatever. Don't listen to me about names because I watch sports, but I'm so much into my business and shit. Trying to like get my situation situated. I can't watch it as much as other people do, so I enjoy it. I love fantasy football for a reason, which I'll get into later. But I had to go to the bartender and ask him if Plaxico got out of jail. That was 2 years. He's almost like forgotten at that point. And
that's a lot of time.
That's a lot of time,
especially if you're not keeping up.
Yeah, he came back for a little bit, didn't make a huge contract, I think, and then they let him go. And right now, I don't think he's in the league, but
he's probably still loaded, yeah.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I don't know. I'm sure he is, but athletes have a tendency not to do too well with their money.
Yeah, okay, exactly.
So it's sort of hard, I think.
You gotta ball out, bro.
Yeah, people try to ball.
That's crazy.
Like this dude was in. So homie. The bartender was like, yeah, he got out 2 days ago.
Wow.
And I've been in Vegas for 3 days. And I was like, I was like, homie right here, I almost got in a fight with him in your lobby here. Like, I can't even remember which hotel it was because it was just so shocking. I was rolling face, but it was just like, holy fuck, like, that shit is fucking crazy. That he just got out of jail, was ready to fucking get in a fist fight with this white guy. I mean, the dude literally hit it, like was tackling him.
Could he tell? Okay.
So he probably was just sort of like conditioned from jail, or was just like ready, just on edge, being out and about. And
being all weird.
I don't know why he came directly to Vegas.
Time also, man.
Why the fuck would you come to Vegas?
Because he spent 2 years in jail, bro. He wants to fucking just explode.
Yo, Plaxico, if you're out there and you hear this, man, we'd love to have you on the show, dog. Because we met for a brief second, and I'm sorry that happened. And I have nothing against you at all, I just wanted to see like what's cracking. Yeah, does this shit just freeze on us?
What do you mean?
Look, this is
the audio. It might still be recording, but it's not showing it.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Recording. Oh, recording's going. Check the.
Is it? Yeah, did it just shift?
It's still timing. I don't know. Click the audio program just to see.
I'm going to.
Nervous? Oh.
What the fuck, man? Dude, what?
Show details. Just see what happened.
Dude, this is just always this type of nonsense. I'm probably gonna have to do the same shit with the videos I did last time. This is so gay.
What do you mean?
Remember last time I had to change the fucking shit, like in the second to last episode we had to do 2 because it just cut out in the middle?
Should we stop the recording or?
No.
It's still going on the mic.
It's still going on that one.
Okay.
Alright, whatever. Okay. So I was like, I just want to see. I'm sorry, everyone.
Technical difficulties.
Yeah, and it's getting fucking shitty. Like maybe I do just need to buy a new computer. I'm starting to get a little irritated.
Yeah, I feel you.
I could have used all that Vegas money. Okay, yeah. Like Audacity crashed because of blah blah blah.
Bunch of other shit. Yeah, I was thinking maybe I was gonna say like upgrade or something.
No, it's not. No pre-log present. Blah blah blah. For this one, I'm not gonna open it again.
Okay.
Because we're just. And that last one I was recording earlier. Like I like to record in Audacity first while we set everything up and we sit down. But whatever, it doesn't matter. So I just wanted to see what's up, like why homie was like ready to fight even though he had just gotten out. Because I would just let someone punch me in the face and just win a lawsuit for a hate crime or some
something
shit.
crazy, huh? That's true. Yeah.
This is the truth.
Yeah, especially if they're tripping or something.
Dude, yeah. In that trip, I single-handedly shut down half of the strip at least. I was followed by police for like, probably for like 7 or 8 hours.
Wow, for what?
Well, on that trip and before, I'd heard people would smoke blunts on the strip.
Yeah, just walk around, yeah.
But when you're a 50 blunt a day smoker and you hear stuff like that,
get too hype.
You know, having 8 or 9 blunts on you is not that much. That's like, oh, I can get away with smoking these few blunts.
Yeah, few for me would be like 2.
Yeah. Fucking get away with smoking these few blunts on the strip. So I'm walking around with my ex and I'm just burning. And there's kids and people and families everywhere, and I don't give a fuck, because this is back in the day when I didn't give a fuck about even myself.
Right.
You know, something I still probably struggle with, but I'm working on it.
That's
but I fucking am smoking. I smoke like 4 of these blunts. I have 5 of them on me in the Ziploc bag. And then every single turn, every single spot we go is a cop. Okay?
Probably smelt that shit, bro.
Yeah, there's a cop.
They don't fuck around out there either.
They don't fuck around.
No.
There's a cop, and they're all looking at me, but they're not getting me or grabbing me because I think there was just a bunch of reports of a fucking dude in a black shirt and khaki shorts with a blonde chick walking around smoking a ton of weed on the strip. So everywhere I went was cops. They were sort of following me in and out of the casino. And as soon as I think I hadn't seen them in a while and I was going to light another one of those blunts, because I was starting to get nervous. Because I was like, damn, I have this weed and these cops didn't know.
Yeah.
Where's some more cops? And I'll just put it back in my pocket. We'll just keep walking. And I didn't get to smoke any of them shits for the rest of the night. Well, I mean, and I never would do that again, ever.
Dude, we used to walk through the state fair smoking blunts, and it was no big deal, but it got too big in my hometown. We can't do that
if
shit
you're in
anymore.
Vegas, you could be smoking, but you gotta figure out plans for it. That's all I'm saying. You gotta make plans, motherfuckers. But you sort of can smoke, and they might legalize this year, just like Arizona.
Well, they fucking need to, man. The shit's
they
ridiculous.
need to.
It's like a goddamn. It's a witch hunt.
Yeah, that's a whole thing. We'll go in on. Dude, I was just doing some research on just incarceration rates, especially amongst black inmates. I mean, they're even more because some of the rates I saw earlier were only including prisons. So when you include jails, it's higher.
That's funny because people don't think of that as two separate entities.
Yeah, because I think incarcerated only. I don't know what it is or why they do that, but what just happened?
Your background just changed.
Oh.
It caught my eye too, but I caught it, so it's like okay.
Thank you. All this equipment works, but my fucking Gateway PC is just not up to this shit, I guess. I mean, it's gonna work.
Chaidez crashed though, man. It literally could have been a million different things.
Yeah, it's definitely not the heat.
No, the whole computer would have turned off if it was a heat problem.
Yeah, I mean, it's heating a little bit, but it's not heat. I mean, let me check this fucking side. This shit is all bullshit. Whatever. Yeah. It's doing the damn thing, and I'm trying to bank a couple more shows until I get the iTunes started, as many as possible. So hopefully we can record a couple today, if not more.
Yeah. How many do we have so far?
I don't know. I was gonna check that before this, but I was like, fuck it, just start recording and getting it going, and
that's all
may not have been the greatest idea, but whatever. So they just, I shut down the strip pretty much myself. They were like 99.9% sure they were just there for me.
Wow.
It was crazy.
That is crazy. Fuck all that, man. I'd have felt the pressure went back to my hotel room.
I didn't really just want to lead them all the way back there.
I feel you.
I was like, you know what? We're just gonna stay out and keep going and not ruin our night. But I'm done smoking.
Yeah.
And now, I don't even really stress smoking like that no more. I smoke for pain, smoke for some highs, and I'm out.
Dude.
Definitely, I try to stop smoking for a little bit after my surgery, and my pain ramps up. Half the time, most of the states I visit, it's just because I know I could get some shit out there, or it's a legal state, or you hear from somebody that they know somebody or whatever. It's just excuse me. Oh, thanks, bro. Burping?
That's burping, bro. I'm sorry.
You're not allowed, dude.
I gotta take a piss too.
Oh, go ahead, dude.
It's all fucking coming to a head here.
You can if you want now, or
yeah. Just talk myself into standing up first.
Okay.
Fucking tired, dude.
Alright, just be careful for the.
I've been in the throes of addiction, my dude.
Yeah. We'll get into that later. Can you get out?
No, I can't fit through.
Man.
We gotta figure this out. I gotta move this end table here or something.
Yeah. Just don't do it now.
No, well, yeah.
Alright, watch out for the cord.
Don't you tell me nothing, bro.
Yeah, we're Chaidez in the throes of addiction. I go to Sin City and I come out sort of alright. And he stays here and he gets addicted to one of the most addicted things of all time, video games. She already knows he's addicted to. He's very talented in that regard from what I hear. But he's been addicted to that video game division. And who knows, maybe the world might end by the time anyone hears this, but I think everyone who's playing video games knows about Division at this point, so he's doing his thing with that. And we were supposed to start recording, how many hours ago?
How many hours ago? Today or yesterday?
Okay, well that's another good
Yeah, if you're counting...
if you're counting today, 4. If you're counting yesterday, 58.
50 million.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just...
You're good.
It's
all good.
Yeah, the Division, man. Fucking
listen,
addiction.
I know another homie, he's addicted to it too.
It's too fucking good, dude. It's it's crazy. So I got the game at 1 a.m. on Friday morning, and as of today, which is Tuesday of next week, I have 4 days of actual game time in. So I've literally been sleeping for 5 hours, getting up and playing more. It's fucking crazy.
It's definitely harder than it works for anybody else, including himself. This is why video games are fantastic business.
It's so crazy, dude. Yeah, it is a really good business.
Those other guys who make them, they don't play them.
I
play one video game because it's hard to build a skill set for multiple. Even though on this particular video game, it ramps into. I play Halo.
Oh, that's right, dude. Yeah.
And I just play with one of my business partners, and we work. It's me and him in a partnership way.
Basically.
No, it's I go to his house.
Oh, okay.
I go to his house. We have a meeting on what's happened, catch up on that, and then we de-stress by playing video games, and often that goes pretty late.
Yeah.
But I try not to let it affect my next day. Sometimes it happens. It's good as a distressor, but it's like...
it's bad, man.
For most people, it's just as powerful of a drug as anything else, maybe more so, because it's an experience, and serotonin and dopamine especially.
Oh, dude, when you get that new upgrade or new piece of gear, it's
even when you fail, you're getting
so
hit. Even when you fail, you miss a shot, you fail on a mission, you're getting hit with the same thing that makes you want to do it again.
Yeah.
So that you can get an even greater rush.
Dude, I had that happen, man.
And you adjust. If you're like shooting at something, pop, 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 and then you finally hit, you're adjusting in that, like you're getting dopamine hits from both sides. So that's just... It's all drugs are in essence mixing and messing with your current hormonal like pleasure molecules or whatever, whether it's serotonin or
they fucking do. They
the receptors of those. Yeah. It's just like people don't think of them as a drug, but honestly, I'm starting to think that like a real like heroin user, besides the fact that there's no huge stigma to it, like that they're in a corner in their own haze, in their own mind, in their own hallucination, or in their own experience for just as much, if not more time as like a video game junkie because like most kids, like they can get away with that now. Like back in the day before those video games, I mean, when I talk to people now who are getting out of college, like I had to clarify with someone yesterday if they knew what the Mario theme song was. And they're like, oh yeah, I've heard of it. And I was like, you ever seen an original Nintendo? They're like, no. What?
The top one?
Yeah, who the hell was that?
It's the gentleman you met the other day.
Okay, yeah.
Sorry.
That's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll talk to him later.
Cool. Sorry, I just thought it was funny.
It's okay.
It's just funny because like somehow now like that's the only time the dude hits me up.
Oh, it's whatever.
Yeah.
But video games are just as powerful as a drug, and so are like a lot of social media things, because they just like we just have certain things that in our body like and that were or are helpful. These things sort of play with them a little bit, and so a lot of times it's good to like get off of it for a little bit, de-stress, change your behavior.
Right now I'm feeding so hard, dude. You don't even know. Like for me, I'm contemplating like what are my pros and cons, and it's like, well, the vendors don't reset for like 5 hours, and you know the dailies don't reset for 6 hours. So like, it's like I'm okay with not being connected to a controller right now. But if everything was like instantly reset, I'd have to like go check real quick and fucking
That's so weird.
Maximize.
Don't you feel like pathetic or something?
I don't feel pathetic because like what's the alternatives for me? Like I'm just chilling, and I've always played games like that, so it's not. I don't know. It doesn't feel like I could be doing other shit, but I could do that shit anytime. Like it's not gonna keep me. I mean, like
you have unlimited time.
No, but kinda. Unfortunately, I have just a lot of time. I have a lot of time where I could be doing things that are better for me, but playing video games is like complacent, I guess, or something.
A lot of time right now. I don't think it's even anything close to limited time. And
well,
I think because of how hard it is to fathom infinite.
No, 100%. But I just can't think of anything else that I would prefer to do. And if there was something I prefer to do, I'd just go do that. But since there isn't, fuck it, I'm playing.
Are you happy with everything in your life?
I mean, not everything, but I think I'm pretty okay. I mean, I definitely have to make some big decisions within the next 6 months. But other than that, I mean, but I see that stuff I can't really change anyway. Like that's
6 months a lot of time?
No, but it's a lot of time in the way that, like, for right now, me playing this game all day, every day is not really going to negatively affect me, I don't think.
I think a lot of people think like that, but I also think that they've never really been at ground zero or square one or have everything pointed at them and be fucked.
But I've been, but not my whole life, but the majority of my life was just being fucked. So.
Well, I know, but when have you not had a support system?
From like 16 to 18.
Who wasn't supporting you?
No one, dude. I was like fucking just couch surfing.
Okay, so I've done that too for probably a longer amount of time, for like 5 years.
Yeah.
So I know that same thing. But, I mean, I still don't have a support system, dog.
No, I feel you, and I definitely.
I'm just saying.
Respectable and all that.
No.
It's a good thing.
Let's just
but
like
I'm,
when
you know,
I was just
enjoying my.
I'm not trying to make a comparison between us or no one. There's no need to necessarily even compare anybody like that. What I'm saying is that I luckily. This is where my point is coming. So let me finish here. You know, I luckily have already had to have my back put against the wall and be by myself for a long period of time. So when it happens, or if it happens again, I'm prepared for it and already have the internal fortitude and resourcefulness to do that. And my current plans are always because I'm not trying to go back there, because it's truly uncomfortable, and it also adds to the motivation I have right now. So what I'm saying is that it's natural for the video game and all that shit, and I always like rail on people about watching movies and shit and complaining. Like, it's all good, do whatever you want. Like, your analysis on what you should do is probably right, but at the same time, what I would tell you is that if I was in your shoes, I would be super scared if I knew I had to make big decisions in 6 months and didn't know what to do. I would try to somehow get in front of it.
Well, that's what working is, you know. Like, so, okay, yeah. So I have 6 months to kind of figure shit out, but I mean, I've evaluated all of that, and it's either going to work out one way or the other. So, like, me spending time fucking off isn't really going to. It's not going to make a difference. Like, I could, like, improve my health. I could eat better. I could, you know, do dietary things and stuff like that. But, I mean, other than that, I'm kind of just hanging out until it all comes to a head, so.
Okay. I think a lot of times, though, and, like, I'm not trying to, like...
No, I feel what you're saying, though.
No, I'm not, like, don't make this, like, let me just, like, clarify. This is not, like, a personal, like, devil's advocate thing even for you. Like, I'm just trying to, like, state, a completely different looking, like, okay, so the way that you're talking about, and I always come to this thought process, and this is why I have a hard time partnering with people on new projects, is the fact that the American way of thinking, in terms of how much time they have, how many resources are available, how much accountability they need to have for the long run of whatever happens, it's not as jarring to them because the amount of leisure we live in this country. But when you have and lived in a third world country and your family's like identity has been evolved from that, so they bring that same desperation and resourcefulness here and ingrain it into you. Because I am American, but I definitely, in a lot of ways, am more Indian than American in terms of principles and focus, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And maybe some, like, whatever. I don't know. I don't even know what type of words would encompass it. Maybe customs. Not really. I'm definitely way more American. The foods I eat, the way I speak, the ways I think, the openness that I feel. But then in certain other areas, I'm super Indian, you know? Yeah. And so all I'm saying is that it's just like I look at it like an immigrant looks at it, you feel me? And you look at it like an American looks at it, and it's interesting. Neither way is necessarily wrong. Like, America be chilling, but American was built off the immigrant attitude. You know?
But like, I don't like to think of it as like I'm like going along with this American way of thinking. I mean, if like rolling with the punches and doing what it happens, like letting what happens, if that's an American way of thinking, then yeah, I guess that's kind of...
It is now. I mean, people ideally talk about the pioneer spirit and, you know, forging the frontier and stuff in America and the American dream, which is true, but no one's really hustling like that, or an increasingly small amount of people are hustling. It's funny how so many people think they have such few options, when in reality, even my shitty computer is making things happen for me, and I know they have something better than a stupid fucking S4. Every single person I see, no matter how much money they're making,
though, yeah.
I can't download Periscope or Anchor because of this. This hardware doesn't hold this. So I need another phone and another thing just to catch up to what other people have to build a business, to build a dream, to build something bigger than myself.
What network
and most people don't really do. I use Straight Talk with Walmart.
I was gonna say
so it's through Verizon.
Through Verizon?
Yeah. I guess unless I'm in Vegas for March Madness, I have excellent service almost everywhere.
No, I was just gonna say I have like an old iPhone 6 you could have, but I'm pretty sure it's like locked to AT&T.
I'll think about it, or it might save me some money starting with them, I guess, or whatever.
Yeah.
I need to get on some shit like this soon because, like I was saying the other day about the timing of jumping on the shit. I mean, like the time is now to dominate some areas and those areas and not having the right phone holds me back. And so, what is $1,000, $2,000 now? To give up that opportunity cost where in 3 months, 5 months I might not have it. You feel me?
No, I feel you. I would say upgrade your computer status and like just if you can get a good deal with AT&T, let me know and you can have the phone.
Oh, for sure. No, I'm just spitting off the dome. Like nothing I say. Like, listen, if you're playing video games, if you're like watching Netflix things that I go and rail against, like I'm just putting my thoughts out there, and I'm not necessarily. It's extreme of like.
But it makes total sense because of
I'm not editing what I'm saying. But if you're happy and you're doing that shit, do whatever the fuck you want to do. You might be happy.
That's why you're asking me if I'm happy. I mean, I'm pretty happy, man. I mean, don't get me wrong. Things can always be better, yeah. But,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you're happy,
if you're happy, given circumstances.
For sure. But see, this is the thing. I'm forcing you to do this. Yeah, I have to like tie you up and throw you here.
It's not. I don't really feel.
But eventually, this might end up helping you out. You know what I'm saying? Like.
I don't feel like it's a bad thing, man. It's just yesterday was a blow up, and today.
Oh yeah, yesterday. I already know. I'm not tripping about any of this shit. But I'm just saying, like. People like who might be listening to this, any of our, couple.
We got some dude in the UK. What's up, bro?
What's up?
Mad love from America.
Yeah, America. Like, if you're not happy, right?
Sure.
Change some shit up. If you think you need to make changes but you're pushing it off, my advice would be. Look at it earlier. Spend a half an hour on it a day, and it will add up quickly. It will be in a week or 2 weeks more than you would have probably put in at any point at that time in 6 months. And you would have been able to think through it through different phases, through different moods, and probably more clearly. People waste their time, and they are not all happy. They don't have what they want. They can't do what they want. Or they think that they can because it's easy to forget due to all the distractions we have now. This is a fucking distraction central. I mean, everything sucks.
It's to distract us from all the important things.
Well,
a lot of it is.
People should have entertainment. Obviously, it gives us a feeling that's good and allows us to maybe rest faster. You know, but
I feel you.
People are not safe, by the way. Like, they're just not 100% safe in anything, really. Our country's in flux. A lot of shit's going down. Terror is going crazy. You see the shit that happened in Belgium?
I heard someone talk about it briefly, but I don't know, so please.
Oh yeah, the terror attack today, I think they said so far like 31 people died.
Oh shit, in
and
Belgium?
ISIS is saying they're doing, and they're
But do you think it's ISIS, man, or do you think it's some weird shit that we're just getting ISIS taking credit for because they want us to fear them, or we're reporting that it's ISIS and it's not really ISIS, or I feel there's too many hands to really know, but maybe, dude. How crazy is that? Either way, I mean, if people are actually...
why not believe it unless someone else steps up and they did it?
I don't know. It's just...
People who do that, they're
our government does a lot of weird shit,
Yeah, but I think a lot of people overestimate the amount of weird shit that the government does and underestimate the amount of weird shit that everyone else could be doing. I think the government does weird shit, and I think everyone else does weird shit, and I think... people listen to the news and shit way too much, and because the news is coming from corporations that are filtering this shit down. But then when they get more non-filtered news stuff and it's just jarring information like that's too sudden, like some shit from Vice or maybe HBO or some
on
shit. Twitter,
dude. Twitter is like
Twitter's
repository
huge
for real news.
Yeah, exactly. It's live news from people who a lot of times are going through it right there themselves, and like people just close themselves off to that. It's like, dude, listen, the shit is fucking happening, and I mean,
I feel like people are waking up to that more though.
Yeah, but to just keep saying that the U.S. is fucking evil, I don't think they fucking know. We have some major problems here, but the thing is, we also have the ability to bring light to them. This is, in essence, some way to bring some light to even this, like, massive incarceration. You know, there are a million fucking things that are fucking wrong. Drug policy, whatever. I mean, we don't just talk about that shit. We talk about fucking crazy shit all the fucking time. That's the fucking point. But the thing is, like, the fact that we can even say this shit here, in other countries, you would be fucking murdered by your government. You'd be murdered before you could get a mic. You would be murdered for your mic. When I'm here, I worry about being murdered for my mic. That's just the way an immigrant or someone who's been and seen the harsh realities in some other parts of the world would see it. You know, even in India, a lot of India is not like that. If you live in the jungle and you see some of the shit, it's just fucking how it goes. When you see people living in mud huts, using cow dung, to waking up at 4 in the morning to make cow dung juice, to fucking literally clean the floors because it's literally all cow dung and dirt. That's the only way you can clean it and make it look good for a little bit. I mean, people don't even fucking fathom this type of shit as being normal. To just wait for your roof to fucking rot and fall down because it's a thatch roof, and that's when you replace it. I mean, my homie I went to Vegas with was talking about replacing his roof, and, you know, I'm thinking, like, damn, in India, they don't even know when to replace a roof. It's like someone might die, or kids might die, or everyone might die. Yeah,
but you can't, like, fucking think about that shit, man, because worse shit's happening all around us every day, and we just don't, you know, so it's like we can fixate on these incidents that are probably very close to you, but, like, it's probably not good to do that too much, like, in the way where it gives you, like, insight on how to be a better person, sure, but to just think about all these terrible things all the time has got to just be, it's overwhelming.
Oh, no, I don't think about terrible shit all the time. I think about good shit and progressive shit most of the time. I think that getting sleepy and slipping up, as we should know, that that's a huge fucking term in the hood. Nigga slept up and fucking died. Got shot, got killed, right?
Caught slipping.
Caught slipping. Caught slipping is the last thing you want to do. And why do people get caught slipping?
They get greedy.
Complacent.
No, you think that's all it is?
I think greedy, at least in the form of action and, like, focus and concentration to it. Being complacent. I mean, because it's so hard to be on point all the fucking time. But if you're in that type of life, like, you're gonna have to be that. You chose that. And the thing is, so we all slip up and we're all humans. But the way that Americans are complacent, like, these people in the hood, they get complacent for 1 second and they die. But yet, people who are living in luxury and not in that harsh of an environment, they can be complacent for 10 years. And then when the 10 years are done, they're like, oh my God, my body is failing, my financials are failing, I've pushed everyone who loves me to somewhere else, I'm by myself, how did this happen? It's because every day, everything's changing. Yeah. I'm not saying, I don't think of this shit negatively, but I do see other people do it. I'm like, I hope shit is going to be handleable for you later. Because, like, you could take it in small chunks, or you could just take the whole pie at once. But the pie may be rotten by then. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm a small chunks kind of dude myself.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Like, you could. You don't have to do it now. You're getting the job. You're doing what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not doing nothing. You should play a video game, especially the day before you start your new job, which, congratulations, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, thank you.
So, I mean, but the thing is, I like to show the counterpoint. This is how I think. Like, it's not negative. It's just the reality of the situation. I'm not depressed by it. I pull energy from it. It's fucking the way that life's supposed to be. Every part of life is precious. This fucking breeze, this air, every single thing. It could be gone, but I enjoy it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I enjoy it for its limitedness. We talked about living forever and how the beauty might go away. It's because if you have it forever, it might just not be as good looking. People get married to someone, then they start cheating. It's just sort of how things go. Humans are sometimes at their best, and sometimes do the best and worst things when they don't have what they fucking need. But at least they're fucking doing some shit. You know what I'm saying? I worry mostly because America is my country. Even if I feel fucking Indian, this is my fucking country. And I worry for the fucking future, just like as many old timers do, because they see a little bit more distraction, or a lot more distraction, and a lot less focus. And why I think sometimes they're wrong. I wonder if the amount of, pioneers or entrepreneurs have kept up with, hungrier times when America was booming, as they have with and kept up with population. Because I bet you there might actually be more entrepreneurs now. Yeah. But I think they're all sort of fake. Well, they're not coming from like shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm. Yeah, that's
so are they really working that hard? Are they willing to take phone calls at 8 p.m., 6 p.m., 5:30 p.m.? I'll take calls all day. If you tell me that I need to fucking be up at 2, I'll be up at fucking 2 p.m., 2 a.m., I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I will split my sleep up if it fucking means that much to get the break that I need. I swear to God, I've done it and I've proved it time and time again, and I will do it until I don't need to. Until I'm like, okay, I'm sort of happy at this level. If everything collapsed, I still have all these things. I'll still never stop. There's no point in it. Because, it's sort of like the fucking thing that I think it keeps people alive, that hunger. I think that the complacency, there's things, like, we've never been this luxurious. How are we going to get the results, the clinical studies of what this type of luxuriousness brings? It's like, probably off of us, seeing how we live for another 50 years if we can keep it up,
Probably.
I saw the coral reef is dying in a completely different news.
Coral reef?
Yeah, due to the temperatures rising, I guess most of them are getting bleached out and shit. A lot of the great coral reef by Australia, I think like 15 or 25% is already completely dead.
Wow.
And that happened in the last like 2 or 3 years.
It's crazy.
So, this is gonna be...
That's one thing as a kid I always wanted to see, like, in person.
Yeah, well, you're gonna have to rush and it's all gonna be
it'll be dead by the time
How fucking shitty is that?
It's our own fault, man. We're taking all of the resources out of the earth and, burning them and creating these things that just do more damage. Right. So I don't think that we're supposed to be, like, taking oil out of the earth. The earth probably needs that for, like, lubrication or something, the way it works. We're just pumping it out.
You know how oil is made, right?
Fossil fuels and all
that. Yeah. You know why they call them fossil fuels?
Because they're, like, made with, like, dinosaur bones, like actual fossils.
Literally everything bones. It can be plants and shit, too. It's just carbon that's trapped there under pressure.
Wow.
They make these molecules. That's why they might be gaseous. They might be fucking, like, oil. I don't think the Earth needs them as lubrication, but I do know the Earth will settle without them because it's, like, all the organisms that have ever lived and died for millions of years packed down there. And the Earth forming over them, so it's like, Well, I think they're saying already that stuff about fracking. To be honest, like, we just need to get off fossil fuels and all this shit.
We get to electric, dude.
Dude, but...
The more I hear about it, the more I believe.
Yeah. Electric, we're still recharging off of coal, so it's more
But do you think, like, we could go, like, solar panel or something, like, harvest the sun's
energy? Yeah, I think we could harvest the sun's energy or nuclear. New nuclear ways. I heard that there's
how do we just
like all the power plants that are in the U.S. are like 40 years old.
Yeah, it's an archaic system.
The newest ones are 40 years old, but there's new design ones that like won't do that shit.
That's good.
And we also have this other nuclear plant that's always running and will for like several hundred millions of years, and it's called the sun, and it's in the air, and it's fucking free. It's already self-sustaining, doing its fucking thing, so we could just grab that.
Yeah, it's an easy grab.
Fucking, it's ridiculous.
That's what my dad's saying with his project that he's doing. He's going to go all solar. He said it's a big investment, but it pays off in the end. So.
It is a big investment. Yeah, I wonder if I would do that. Probably.
Don't you need like a crazy amount of power? He was saying it was just to keep that off his power bill, but it's all whatever. But he still.
That makes sense. He's probably just going to supplement because right now I don't think it's that efficient.
Yeah.
For all the
all the equipment,
all the shit, but he probably will. He'll be doing his damn thing.
Yeah, and I'm sure it's like enough to probably also run the house off of. I think that's what he's talking about.
Yeah, dude. I'm really pumped for out here. I really hope legislation and shit changes so that start some recreational clubs out here.
Some shit. So so as of right now, if you have a card in Arizona, there's like actual clubs that you can go to, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. I've heard like a couple different things from people, so I don't know.
No, there are. It's it's alright.
I just don't want to be bothered with getting a card and fucking renewing every year. It's just,
that's. I mean, that was in 2010, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's 2016, and at this point, I would say maybe you should hold off. Everyone should hold off to see what happens.
Because it could just be like legal.
Yeah, and it's going to just keep getting more and more legal because surrounding states are going to do it. So it'll be back again on the ballot if it misses.
It just makes sense, man. It's like the #1 cash crop everywhere. We can use it for so much shit.
They said that Colorado brought like $4 million in revenue in 1 month off of it, blasting everyone's shit.
Do some school
Supreme Court, the states around Colorado were trying to sue it, saying that they were getting more weed in their states, and the Supreme Court rejected seeing that. So
that's good.
Yeah, we'll just.
Yo, on a side note, real quick, because I saw this background. Did you know that there's immortal jellyfish that literally they're fucking immortal? They don't die.
No shit.
Yeah, and they have like 3 hearts and shit. It's crazy.
That's awesome. I need to look into that.
Fucking crazy.
Yeah, dude. It's funny. Like I know a shit ton about some animals, but you'll always learn some new shit. It's so fucking. Crazy.
I just heard that today. I was like, what the fuck, dude?
That's crazy.
That's fucking crazy.
That's
we need to get it, identify that gene, and just pass that shit out to everybody.
Cancer's immortal.
Cancer's immortal, really?
Cancer's immortal as long as it can keep pulling resources to it.
That's why it kills the body.
That's why it kills the body. It outcompetes the body, actually. It kills the body primarily because it outcompetes it. See, cancer is in some sense almost like a form of evolution. The cells that become cancerous, a malignant cancer, they can bring blood vessels to it. So there's a vascularization. That's one aspect of it. Another is they can multiply over and through cells around it, so they don't have a space barrier like other cells in your body do.
Wow.
And they will like feed as much as possible and spread into other tissue.
Sounds like a party.
Well, no other cells can do that, but if you think like if your like whole body would if it wouldn't if it would learn how to cooperate with the rest of the body, and then your whole body became cancerous somehow like that, you would live effectively forever.
That's crazy.
You might look like a piece of
what
shit.
If
or
cancer was started to come up with immortality, bro?
Well, I think
conspiracies.
Cancers exist and have existed forever. You know.
Yeah.
It's just that the things that are out now make those cancerous conditions more likely to happen. See, like just eating charred meat, which is for humans is how we primarily have eaten meat once we learned how to use fire, and cooking it like helps brings out the proteins to be more digestible and more efficient for us, and the sugars and shit. It's better for us cooked. But just exercising or eating
I was
charred
doing
meat,
like Wim Hof breathing exercises yesterday.
Nice.
I went really hard, dude. I actually surprised myself. Surpassed as far as I've gone with it.
Every now and then I fuck it up. I feel like once your brain empties, I'm not focusing on the breathing, or it's just like I just lose my train of thought. I could tell I can't hold my breath for as long. It's like significant.
You gotta focus on it.
You literally have to
just push past it. Dude, I did it for I like surprised myself really. I didn't time the actual time I held my breath, but I took
you blow it
3
out
times as many deep breaths though, huh? So on the final exhale, I take a deep breath and I hold it. I think
you're supposed to you're supposed to exhale it.
Because you're already oxygized all your cells.
Yeah, because you oxygenized your cells.
Okay, that makes sense.
So when I was doing it, I would breathe it out.
Pay attention.
Well, it's all good. I had to look at. I just kept looking into it to make sure I was getting it right. And when you breathe out and then you hold it. And the longest I've done is 1:45 seconds.
I'm gonna time it the next time I do it, man. I was really surprised.
But I have asthma, so I think there's damage and shit to my lungs, and smoking and shit. It's just like
I mean, I'm not doing like crazy 2 minutes or anything. I doubt, but like I said, I just surprised myself. I was pleasantly surprised.
Actually, I need to check because I upped my cardio a bit. I could bet.
Been exercising.
Yeah.
Dude, I wish I could grow a thick ass mustache quickly.
Well,
jealous, right? Yeah, that fucker over there, man.
Yeah, well, it did help me get laid in Vegas. It's impossible to get laid in Vegas if you're going there by yourself. I mean, just think about this. Do any single bitches by themselves come to Vegas? The answer to that is
no. I mean, I don't know.
They come with
like
a bunch of other girls,
or with their boyfriend.
Thank you.
Why would you? I would never I don't know. Spend time in Vegas with my significant other.
You never have sex with girls?
Well, yeah.
no, what we say. You
I
never
don't ever have the luxury of,
you say you never spend time with your significant other?
Yeah, in Vegas, you're probably just getting fucking hammered, man. It's just a mess, man. Maybe it's just the girls I date are fucking crazy, but...
Yeah, that homie, it'd be cool to meet him, but, I mean, I don't want him to interrupt this.
No, it could be after or later or not at all. To be honest, I was just showing you so you could get your thoughts on it.
So, alright, so we have enough time, and I might as well get into So I stayed in Vegas for 5 days this time, 4 nights. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, left on Sunday pretty late checkout like always, like we do. And, but, so it's a pretty long trip. I always say if it's like 3 or 4 days, it's like 4 is the max, but this one's a little bit longer and I definitely felt that. Like even on Saturday, I got tossed. Oh, I didn't finish the fucking championship. So I didn't even talk about this trip. So, I was watching Gary Payton play. Or Gary Payton's son play.
Oh, yeah.
You know, he's going to go to the NBA next year.
Yeah.
Anyway, the next day, probably like 9 hours later, because it was a pretty late game, we went and partied, and I woke up hella early, like normal. I could never sleep in Vegas.
Yeah. It's too exciting.
It's just, the beds and everything, it's just uncomfortable. It's either too cold or too hot. It's just fucked up.
It's just...
Me and my homie wake up, sharing a bed, spooning.
Yeah. That happened.
No, I mean, we had to split. We were supposed to get cots. We went there. The room they'd given to someone else who won like 100 G's the night before. They just gave it up.
Wow.
Didn't even tell us. So we come through. We had to get this other room. It wasn't quite a suite, but it was like a double room and a share. So the couples got 2 of the beds in this room, and then me and 2-3 other dudes had to split 2 other beds, and we could have got cots, but it was just gonna be 2 packs. So we just like, all right, everyone gets a half a bed.
Yeah.
So I wake my homie who me and sharing a bed. We barely could sleep, but we sleep like we've done it several times. So we sleep like fucking vampires. Like don't even move.
I feel you.
Get up, raise up out of the grave, the coffin, and we like.
It's like the perfect way to sleep on after a long night fucking drinking, dude.
Let's look.
Dude, what was that? Tales from the Crypt? Remember that shit?
Yeah. That's how we look too. I look so pale. And he's already pale, so we go to the Diamond Lounge where we have Diamond cards, so they give us some free drinks and shit there. So we went, and as we're walking in, this champion player, he's known for hitting clutch shots, just walks out wearing a suit, named Robert Ory. He's won 7 championships, just hitting game winners and just all sorts of shits on the way up there. Oh. That's his extraordinary skill is his clutch shooting. Other than that, he might not be that extraordinary of a player.
It's just under pressure.
Yeah, he's a good player, but extraordinary. He will never be forgot as Big Shot Bob, hitting clutch game-winning threes for several championship players, champion teams. Won 2 in a row with the Rockets, 3 in a row with the Lakers, and I think 2 with the Spurs. So he's just killing. He has more rings than Jordan. One of the few, you know what I'm saying?
How many rings Jordan have? 20?
Yeah, 58.
He has 58?
No, he has 6, bro.
Oh, well, I don't fucking know.
2 3-peats. No one had done the 3-peats before, or since the old school Celtics.
Chicago Bulls?
There was one team that won more than the Bulls dynasty in a row like that, which was the Boston Celtics. I think they won 11 of 13. I think they won 8 straight.
Wow.
Yeah, but the league was like a little bit different, more wide, a little different. You know, smaller, not as many competitors. Right. Probably not the same type of scouting capabilities, and probably not that many.
It's just less
basketball. Period. Basketball blew up in the 80s, 90s due to Michael Jordan mostly, and Magic and Larry Bird to a smaller extent.
What about what's his name? What's his name pretty popular back then? The weirdo.
Rodman.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's mostly because he came on the Bulls.
Yeah.
Before that, he was almost about to be like, he was just all over the league, even though he was a 2-time champion too. Yeah. Before that, he has 5 titles at least, I think. But then right behind him, in this big ass screw, that fucking Gary Payton walks out. Same dude I was just watching on TV, watching his son play. It's like the game was done. He probably didn't even say goodbye to his son type shit and just ran to a plane.
Just dipped out.
And dipped the fuck out to Vegas. He was wearing, like, I think he was pretty much wearing the same exact thing he was wearing at the game.
That's pretty cool.
But I, like, Robert Horry, like, he's cool. I've seen a lot. I've seen him hit that clutch 3 against the Kings to win it it was just crazy to keep him from getting knocked out. But Gary Payton, I mean, he's like an all-time great. And, I mean, I'm just watching him. He's just a funny ass, like, talks. He has so much confidence, you know? And he still grills everyone with the same look, like this. Like, this is his face. He's like,
unimpressed.
Like, I can guard you right now. He's like, I'll play you right now type shit.
How
unimpressed. I don't know. He's probably almost 50, dog. He's probably in his 50s or almost 50. But that was actually the most fanboy I've been seeing a celebrity or an actor.
In person?
Yeah, because, you know, T.O., I'm like, alright, what's up, whatever. Flaxo, I'm like, alright, what's up, whatever. I mean, they're cool. I have a lot of respect for them. But, you know, I got some respect for myself and shit, too. And, like, I really appreciate what they do. I'd love to hang out and be friends with them, you know.
Yeah.
But it's not necessarily my cards right there to start a conversation, so I'm not even going to think about it. Right. I saw Robert Horry. All I did was just nudge my homie. I'm like, yo, is that Robert Horry? I think that is. And then it was Gary Payton. I was like, should I say something? Like, that was my first thought. The first time I ever thought that. Like, damn, I should say something maybe. Yeah. Or at least be like, what's up, G?
Big fan
or
of
GP?
You know?
Or champion? Because he won the championship too in 06, and I was just like, damn, this is crazy. But just let him go.
I felt that way with the dude I ran into.
John Jones.
Dude, I don't know if it was John Jones, but if it was, then that motherfucker could have won a John Jones lookalike contest.
His brother just got traded to the Cardinals.
Really?
Yeah, Chandler Jones.
Cool, right?
So maybe you saw him.
Oh, maybe that's who it was, if they look a lot alike. Because, I mean, dude, when I first saw him, I was like, damn, look at this big-ass John Jones-looking motherfucker. Like, 100%. I was like, god damn.
Could be. I don't know.
Who knows? But, yeah.
I wasn't there.
Interesting, yeah.
John Jones is going to whoop Cormier's ass, bro.
Then when is that happening? 200? UFC 200? Or 98? I don't remember.
200, I think. I don't know. I don't remember.
Dude, they say that Mark Hunt wants that fight, I think, with John Jones. If John Jones goes up to 265 or whatever it is.
That'd be cool.
That would be a hard fight, dude, because Mark Hunt's he's a wall, dude.
Yeah, I know.
Fuck shit up.
I know. I don't think John should go up. Maybe.
No, I mean, I don't know. Especially now everyone's saying that Conor shouldn't have gone up and all this other shit, dude. But he looked super healthy, man. At the weigh-ins, he didn't look like fucking cutting weight. He looked fucking good.
Conor?
Yeah. He looked fucking healthy, man. But I think it's just different, man. It's different body weight. It's different. You're so used to throwing your body around.
Think cardio a little bit.
Yeah, I guess, man. But it's so hard for me to imagine them having bad cardio because of how, like, hard they work. You know, like, I can say I have
but then you saw Cormier and John Jones fight the last time.
That's true.
And
you compare
Cormier
him against
was
other
tired.
super athletes, yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, like, Cormier is a super athlete, and he was gassed, and that is his weight class.
Yeah.
And he's been training for this guy, and he was still, I think the training is not necessarily, your brain is obviously doing different shit when you're fighting, and I think all that extra firing definitely plays a part. Those flow states, when you're playing your best, I think it's mostly because your brain is, like, calmed down a little bit.
Yeah,
you're like, I'm in the game, this is happening, okay, this side's here, I don't need to press here, or I could push it a little bit here, but it's natural, like, they're not expecting it, or you're not even thinking like that. You're like, okay, like your body's more even doing it. Your brain is almost like it's thinking maybe, but it's like not thinking about what you're doing as much as what's happening around you. You know, at least for me, when I get into like.
I feel that way when I skateboard.
Yeah, you know.
I skate really hard, yeah.
Yeah, you know, you're just like, especially the end, you know, you usually get into the States like closer to the end. That's why a lot of times I think good basketball teams like, a lot of times it seems like they're not playing the best in the beginning, but it's because they're just allowing the game to come to them, not getting overworked when they miss a couple shots, but rather just finding their rhythm.
Really, that's just a lesson in keeping calm and not letting...
Yeah, I think, like, you know, everything that you add extra stress to it, it's just more thoughts in your head, and your brain has to process it. I mean, even this, like, I feel like in the first 2 minutes after not recording for a week, and then now, like, it's way different, you know? Yeah. Like, it was just, like, a little jerk, and then now it's, like, a minute 10, or an hour 10 later, and it's, like, whatever happened, you know?
Yeah, that's
and it's,
true.
like, I still haven't, you know, I was, like, wondering, oh, damn, I wonder if all these stories are going to fit into this amount of time. Like, I'm not really trying to go over an hour and a half just because we can keep recording or whatever.
Yeah.
But, yeah. You should see maybe if he could roll down like 20 or 30. Who the fuck is RJ?
Huh?
Is that a new motherfucker?
I have class.
Who the fuck is RJ?
Oh, yeah, I didn't read that, sorry.
Yeah, I don't want to see him.
Yeah, neither do I.
Alright. Anyway. So, that was pretty cool seeing him. I was just talking about that forever. I'm sure all my homies got sick of it, but my two basketball homies are cool with it in Vegas. Went to the Sapphire Club, another strip club. That was a bunch of money. All the, you know, nothing too crazy there. I think like this porn star Mila Milkovich or something was there doing some contortionist shit, but I missed that. I was somewhere else doing some shit, some random throwing money. I was throwing money in girls' faces and shit for a while.
At the strip club?
At the strip club, but they liked it because it was just like, you know, it was like half raining. But not that much, just $5 at a time, you know.
$5 at a time?
Oh yeah, and then
I lose my shit, man. I don't know.
No, yeah, it was a lot of money, dude.
Such a minimalist when it comes to that kind of shit.
Well, it's just for the experience. I hate strip clubs, but in Vegas with homies, it's the experience. So I'm like standing on the fucking chairs, like videotaping and taking pictures and just doing funny ass Snapchat shit.
That's pretty
while the DJ announcer is like, please don't take cameras. Please don't take videos and photos.
You're like,
and I'm like, yeah,
Instagram, yeah. That's hilarious.
And then, dude, there's security force at Sapphire. I don't think there's a single dude under 6'8". And
I believe it,
bro.
Yeah,
they're walls,
athletes,
bro.
Yeah.
Like, I'm telling you this. If they gave you and me 10 free shots in the face, I don't know if we'll knock them out.
I don't know, bro. I'm pretty good at whipping that. You know?
You should have seen
throwing that body weight into it.
They were all Vladimir Klitschko. Do you think you could knock out Klitschko in 10
I mean,
minutes?
by all means, I'm just talking shit.
I know, but I'm telling you, they all look like Klitschko.
I don't think anyone can take 10 solid hits to the face.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah.
But, okay.
But I feel what you're saying. Yeah,
I'm saying 5, I think they would eat.
You're saying we'd get whooped up, probably.
Like, I would hit him in the nose to blind him a little bit, make him feel it, and then just crack him in the jaws, and the last one in the dick, and in the balls, and he might survive it.
Yeah,
there were, dude. Like none of us said anything in the club. We just tried to forget about it. But when we got back the next day, everyone brought it up. They're like, "Yo, did you see them bounces, dog?
They're fucking huge. That's crazy.
They could have ate."
But I mean, how many people do you have to think they probably kick out in a night? You know, and probably
everyone. They're trained fighters too. Guaranteed.
No, probably.
Yeah. Dude,
or just intimidating.
Unless it's like top level security for a celebrity, I think those bouncers are probably the highest paid security people.
You think they're like ex-military or something like that?
Some of them might be.
Probably.
Dude,
I hear a lot of guys get into that when they get out. Yeah.
And and yeah, those. I mean, I don't know how much they get paid, but for them like that, I never even thought about it until I was like, dude, these motherfuckers can murder people.
Dude, I've ran into people who are like, I don't really know what like secret agency they work for, but I met a few dudes who are very scary to talk to, and hearing like not even really stories, just talking about how they just go in and will clean up the place out. It's pretty that's just what they do. It's pretty crazy.
I used to know some dude. He's in special forces. He told me this story that was very interesting. He was like, and I was like, damn, it must gotta be crazy. So they do these high altitude jumps, right? Yeah. Out of the plane, like a halo jump, I guess.
Like a mask and all that.
Yeah. So the thing is, when you're jumping into a spot that you want to infiltrate, the best way to surpass the radar is to go in fast and to pull your parachute late, because the parachute could possibly hit the radar, but themselves won't. Wow. So they pull it late. Yeah. So the parachute doesn't fully stop their fall. No, it kind of just slows you enough. It slows them enough that they hit the ground and roll, but they eat most of it with their knees and legs and roll and have their guns and shit out, ready to go, scanning before they take their parachutes out. Oh, I believe it. Yeah. So he's like, yeah, my knees are fucked completely like hamburger because of how many, like, I've had to do like 5 of those. Wow. And he's like, one of them, the fucking shockwave I felt upon doing the thing was like lightning, like, and he did it, and he's just like looking. Fuck that. It's just like half of my vision I felt like I couldn't see. Wow. But I was just, covered as much as I could with my right and sort of just, hobbled the rest of the way. I was like, this is fucking nuts. Dude, I've heard a lot of that though, like coming at it. Like I have a bunch of Marine buddies who tell me like when they were in Iraq and they were serving or whatever, they had to come, like, what do they call it, where you fucking just like rappel from a helicopter? Yeah. And he was saying he just came there, like they were slid off and almost fucked it up. Coming in hot, and you had to because they were like taking shots or whatever. So he just fucking went for it and came off, and like his hips all fucked up now. So he's got like bad arthritis in his hips, all fucked up, dude. His ankles all blown out. God bless them soldiers, man. They did so much shit, dude. Yeah. God bless them. It's crazy, man. He was also telling me about this crazy shit when they would like patrol neighborhoods at night. They would have these flashlights where they could like literally shine into people's houses, and they can't see the light, but with the glasses or whatever they're wearing, they can see pretty much everything inside the house. How crazy is that? And he said it's also cool. So like helicopters can identify, our dudes on the ground. The people in the helicopters can see those lights and shit. It's like, that's fucking crazy. Yeah. It's like some kind of special light, dude. When you flash it in, you can't see it, but whoever's flashing it can see like whatever, like fucking like it's daylight apparently. So that's pretty cool. That is fucking nutty, dude. Man.
I have a buddy who carried grenades. I was like, dude, so like for whatever platoon or whatever he was in, he was like the guy who carried the grenades for this platoon. And like I always asked him, like, aren't you worried about carrying around all these grenades? Like I would fucking feel like they're just gonna blow up or something, Fucking scary.
One time a dude told me in this tour, actually it's my homie who play Halo. He's actually a medic from.
Dude, I know a medic from Iraq too. His bunker was hit with an RPG, and he's got like shrapnel in his fucking face and his arms.
Oh, that's terrible. My homie, he wasn't a medic in Iraq. He was a medic in when we were in Bosnia and shit. And he told me once that in a Humvee they pulled out a live grenade once, but it was duct tape. Like the pole was duct tape, but they didn't even know, so it was just like chilling there the whole time. Wow. Someone just duct taped the handle the fuck back on so it would go off. My other homie, I had a homie, it's right when I first started smoking. I started smoking weed like late, like when I was 19. And I was in college already. I started college like my last month of being 17, and but I lived with my family, my dad, because they're going through a really bad divorce. So I was just there to like, I wouldn't have even gone to ASU if it wasn't for the divorce. I would have stayed in state, but I picked it. ASU was my last choice. I would have rather gone to U of A at first, but fuck U of A. Fuck them pieces of shit. Only because you guys hate us so much. Honestly, I have no problem with you guys.
Oh, I thought they were the hippie school and all that. Like,
ASU is definitely the fuck not. Flagstaff.
Maybe it's NAU. Okay, I don't fucking know, dude.
NAU's tight. NAU's tight.
Yeah.
Yeah, why are you getting angry about it?
I'm not angry. I don't fucking know. I just know one of them's a hippie school, and you're like, nah, bro, come on. You'd like if I fucking went there or something. I don't know.
Oh my god, are you getting pissed off because of my reactions?
I'm just moody and tired and grumpy.
I shouldn't even come here.
I guess.
You're such an asshole right now.
Whatever, dude. Yeah.
Are you alright?
Yeah. Just texting.
Just texting. Oh, you're from Cali, dog.
I am, I think.
Whatever, texting. So, what the hell was I talking about? God damn it.
Military stories, I think.
Oh yeah. So my homie, he got murdered like last year or a couple years ago. I just found out like last year, because he owned a smoke shop. But when I was living with my dad, we went to this small townhouse in Tempe, where behind it was a smoke shop, and I'd go there and just like buy blunts or whatever, and he'd hook it up and whatever. But I found out this dude was an Iraqi dude. He's a Middle Eastern dude who came to fight for the U.S. during the Iraq War.
Wow.
And he was on top of a Humvee on the 50 cal nest or whatever they call it, the machine gun.
Mm.
And the fucking Humvee hit an IED.
Wow.
So it blew up and all of his homies died.
Wow.
But the steel base of the gunner, like this, whatever he's standing on, blew off. And so he blew up with it, like, he said like 50 or 100 feet in the air.
Whoa.
And so he was pretty much done for, right?
Yeah.
And this fucking sniper, like, just to be an asshole, catches him midair and shoots him with a 50 cal. And he loses a 1 3/4 of a lung.
Whoa, like an American sniper? Or like an Iraqi sniper?
An Iraqi sniper.
They have 50 cals, bro? That's crazy.
What do you think they're fighting with? Pea shooters?
Fucking AKs or something. I don't know. I just assume that they don't have like a legit arsenal or whatever. I mean, I know they have like Russian tanks and shit, right?
They don't have our Air Force. Let's just say that.
But I'm just surprised that
we've
they
been
have
trading
like
weapons and shit with everyone in that area forever. So I think they'll get them.
Damn.
I mean, do you think that the U.S. are the only ones who make 50 cals? They probably get.
No, I mean, I'm sure. Okay, but that's the thing. I just didn't think that they could acquire that. Like, I thought they were left with like the real weapon of mass destruction, like the AK-47, like the or whatever.
I mean, I think there's a lot of AKs, but AK comes from Russia. Like, I think the arms rate, like, there's just so many guns there. I think a lot of them have other guns too. Mm. But yeah, I think the standard might be the AK, but I wouldn't be surprised if they had other shit. And they probably stormed the official military and police bases there, and I almost guaranteed the Iraqi military or whatever had some 50 cal on deck.
That's true.
Like, these people, like, it's guns, man. They handle them. They'll even get them from China or wherever they have to. I don't know where these guns come from, but I think a lot of them came from America, dog.
Oh, I wouldn't doubt it, yeah.
Well,
I think about that Mexican deal that went down where CIA lost like a bunch of guns or something, and they just disappeared, and then cartels ended up with them or something.
Yeah, I mean, is it more likely that, well, I guess cartels I don't even know who makes more money. I think in oil and shit, but cartels be getting fucking 50 cals and RPGs, no problem.
Oh, dude, they get, crazy.
The illegal gun market's insane, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, one time back in the day, I got offered a military grade RPG with 2 rockets.
Wow. I've never had that happen. I've had someone offer
for
me
$1,500. If I didn't need a car, I would have got it just for the novelty.
For what, dude? That's crazy. I would be
for no reason.
I didn't even have a handgun. The thing was just gonna blow up. Like,
I didn't even have a handgun. I just would want it because I know that no one else could get it.
That's fucking crazy.
Well, not no one else, obviously. If it's for fucking sale, and I found it. Like,
dude, I helped a buddy of mine move like a couple of years ago. We moved he moved out of his mother's house. He got himself an apartment, and dude, like he was joking about how many guns he had. So I expected a lot of guns, but the dude had like 20 handguns, like 15 rifles. He had a bunch of like assault rifles. He had he even had a 50 cal rifle, like a fucking like sniper rifle. It was crazy. And the rounds I helped him was like fucking it was just crazy. Yeah, and it's like, dude, this is the kind of dude that you see like fighting the cops or something, holding them off because of how many guns he's got. It's fucking crazy.
A lot of people have a lot of guns. My homies would go vacation with a lot of a shit ton of guns.
It's crazy though.
A lot. And yeah, it's not hard.
Like,
to
I
get
might want one just laying around the house, you know, but I don't know if I want that many.
Well, I mean, if I'm gonna have my own house, I already know I want at least 2 or 3 there.
Well, there's a couple. Yeah, okay. So there's 3 in my mind.
Shoddy's perfect home defense.
If you have a house, yeah, because in apartments, like those rounds will go through walls because they're paper thin. So I don't think they're yeah.
But in the house, it's the best thing. Yeah. Plus the slide alone or whatever. When you cock it, it's enough to fucking
scare the shit out of people. Yeah, it's a terrifying.
It's enough. Yeah, because you're like, okay, one of these shots need to graze me, and I might not have a leg anymore.
Dude, or people shoot slugs, dude, and slug will fucking put a
slug.
Chunk
Yeah,
in you.
When we go shooting the shotgun, we'll shoot slug. It will like switch the shots up so you feel the difference. A slug will murder you.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, it'll take a chunk out of you. It's pretty gross, like a tangerine. Not even a tangerine, probably like a giant peach-sized chunk. It's just crazy, man. But yeah.
Well,
I've heard stories of people, like, again, I have a lot of military friends, and they sometimes tell me things. A lot of them don't. I mean, the dudes who have seen, like, really dark shit probably only talk about that kind of shit, people they're there with, but the stories that I do get, like, apparently I have a buddy who was, like a scout or ranger or something, and he was watching a sniper on a hill from a distance, and they're watching this dude like literally just pick off targets or whatever it is doing, and he said a 50 cal bullet whizzed by someone's face and it like ripped off the skin from his face. How fucking crazy is that, dude?
Dude, 50 cal thing is scary.
It's
so
nuts, dude.
I from a couple of my homies in the military, they were like, if you have a 50 cal and you miss someone by 6 feet, depending on how relaxed they are and the way that their shit is set, you can rip their arm off.
Oh, fuck, dude.
And,
that's gross.
It's crazy, right?
Yeah, it's pretty
Another thing I didn't realize is I was watching Fear the Walking Dead, another zombie TV show.
Isn't that just like I heard it's better than the original
It's
one.
pretty good, it's pretty good. It's like the start of the zombie epidemic, but,
Yo.
The guy, it's like
smart-ass people, man.
The guy in the Fear the Walking Dead was like, oh, when you shoot the 50 cal, you have to open your mouth. Because if you don't leave your mouth open, the pressure differential from shooting the gun will knock your eyeball out.
I mean, I believe that, dude. That makes a lot of sense.
I mean, I've shot a lot of guns. I've never been told that by any fucking type of gun.
Dude, you can get a revolver, right? And if you hold the revolver the wrong way, like a big, like 50 cal, dude, I've seen it like rip people's thumbs clear off. It's
you have to hold it on the fucking side.
Yeah.
People are like trying to fucking.
Well, they hold it over where the air comes out, right?
Never, ever do that.
And like literally, the thumb will just get ripped off, and you'll see a big chunk of bone and meat.
Dude, one time I went shooting and I got a little bit. I didn't even. It was the first time I was shooting an AR.
Yeah.
And I just held it a little bit further than what it was, and I was holding the barrel in my handgun.
Oh, yeah. Just for like one round? Or was
I think I shot probably like 5.
Yeah.
Or maybe even the whole thing, but I just pushed it for a little bit over, and I looked, and I was like, oh my fucking god.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just right in front of the grip. It's just like, dude, guns are fucking dangerous.
Yeah.
You can get hurt in a million different ways. And like, I need to get my...
Dude.
I need to get my fucking CCL here, my concealed weapons permit.
I hear that you don't even have to get a permit anymore. I have a buddy
You don't need to. But I want to get... I just want to know some more shit, like if I don't know it about shooting. I know the stance, that's good. The little triangle.
Well, it's probably really good to go take the class. And also, you're going to learn how to clean it and all that shit.
Also, if you have the CCL, you can take it to 37 other states.
Can you go to California?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't think so.
Vegas, we had guns.
Wow. I mean, that makes sense.
New Mexico, a lot of places. Texas, Florida.
Wow, that's
Arizona is like the most...
Is there any kind of permit you think you can get to take like a handgun with you to California, or no? Because I know
I think in Cali, though, you can get a shotgun for your house and you don't
need a weapon. You can even get ARs, but it has to have a real long barrel, and it's not fully automatic. It's, whatever.
But I bet you can get the slide fires.
What does that mean?
The slide fires are... my homie has one, and they're legal. They shoot like a fully auto. You don't hold the trigger. You pull the front forward and the back. It's sort of like you just pull the front forward in essence, and you hold it, and that tension shoots the bullet, and then uses the recoil of the previous shot to load the next bullet and shoot it out. So it's a fucking fully auto.
Almost.
I think it's faster. Cause you just go like that.
That's pretty crazy. I haven't heard about that, but I know that there's a guy in California who he found a loophole that he can basically recreate the part that makes a gun. It's like a little mechanism there that shoots the firing pin or whatever. So he can do that. He can like not 3D print them, but he can like there's a machine that basically cuts it out of metal, right? So he can do that and then sell them, and then you buy an upper and a lower, and you put it together, and boom, you've got a fully automatic, and it's a loophole, and they can't really do anything about it. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, the slide fire, you can get a lot of guns, I think, modified, and they sell 3 guns like it. And one of them is a slide fire 22, which I'm thinking might be tight to get. My homie was telling me about it, and he might get it, but 22s are really cheap. And if you had a slide fire 22, you're going to kill whatever you shoot. You know, a fully auto 22.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
a rifle.
I've never.
The thing is, it's cheap to go through rounds, you know?
Yeah,
so
the 22 is like one of the most common rounds out there, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
At least it was a few years ago. I don't know, man.
It still is.
I think if I was ever going to
just get the AR, probably.
Yeah. Like the 3 that I'm looking at is like probably a nice handgun, maybe like a 1911. Or the F&P Tactical, I think, or FN Tactical. They make a really good handgun.
Yeah,
or even Glock, dude.
Yeah, I was gonna say Glock 9s are probably the most solid.
I like the Glock 23 or the 32. I think 32S or whatever. It's like a small concealed carry gun, but it's a 38 or it's a 40 cal. I can't remember, but.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so I like those. If I was gonna get an AR, who knows what kind of AR, but ARs are cool. And I think that's it. Maybe
I'll get whatever AR you can get the slide fire. I think you might be able to get on both, but. It's dope to have it.
But out here, it's like unless there's a lot of benefits out here, you can get like any class 3, so you can get like fucking pretty much anything. Yeah.
Yeah,
I have to get the slide fire unless it's just better in general. Then of course, but if it's not, if there's any like downsides to it, you can get pretty much any class 3.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Let me see if I have a picture of this shit. No, I don't think so. Anyway,
Oh, were you looking at guns? Dude, that's one thing I want to... Man, I can't wait until these paychecks start rolling. Of course, I'm pretty much just going to be saving money just because I need to. But
right here. This one has a slide fire.
Yo, that's crazy. I like that rifle in the end.
Dude, that's a sniper. No, it's all good. This is a sniper rifle, pretty much. We're shooting this. This one's crazy.
That's something I would like to get.
It's dope. Yeah, these are my homies that I go with all the time.
I mean, they look like some
nice guns. My pistols are crazy.
Dude,
Look.
Ooh.
38, 2 9s. I think the one's a 40. That one.
That's pretty cool.
Shotties.
Dude, see, I haven't shot
that's a Jurassic Park gun, I think.
Jurassic Park gun? Oh, from the movie?
From the shotty that they used.
That was a good movie. Surprisingly, I thought it was going to be really bad. But
what?
I thought it would
How
be
old
bad.
are you? 3?
When I saw the Jurassic Park?
How old were you? 3, anticipating Jurassic Park coming out?
No, I said that I thought
it was going to be bad back in 92.
I was talking about the new one, unless you're talking about the old one.
I was talking about the old one.
Okay, because he had some kind of lever gun, I think, in that gun.
I would have said Jurassic Park 4, the New World, or whatever it's called.
Which is the one where the T-Rex comes down against the whatever? That's the one that I've seen.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah. From like 10,
that one was pretty dope,
ago.
Except that part was a little pushing it.
I mean, it was like supposed too comical for a movie.
Teamwork.
Yeah. And the little girl and the boy surviving. They would get fucking mauled by dinosaurs. You're not getting away, bro. You're crazy. The movie is a joke.
I guess snakes and reptiles, I've seen a study that said that they have, like, they build relationships and stuff now. That videos have been catching them that they're more complex than we thought. And that they, like, snakes and stuff have, like, actual friends and other ones are, like, loners and shit. So, at first I was just laughing about that T-Rex, whatever that other dinosaur was. The team killed that genetically modified bitch, but I guess maybe it could happen. They probably would high five after.
They said sex. Recently I watched something where I don't know if it was true, but apparently they've like changed genes in chickens and they can like grow dinosaur legs on chickens, and
they
cut off a gene or something. Their beak grows into like a dinosaur snout or something.
Yeah.
I don't know if that one's true, but I did hear some crazy shit.
Yeah. I think that was on JRE actually.
Was it? That's probably.
I was working. I listened to
that. Oh
yeah,
probably.
and I looked into it, and I was like, that makes sense. And
I mean, they're fucking dinosaurs, dude.
Yeah, I know.
It's crazy. All birds are though. When I watch birds at the park, I take my dogs for a walk, and I'm watching birds just walk around. They're just fucking. The way they move is like so. It looks like a fucking.
They're the
reptile.
When whatever killed dinosaurs, right? It didn't kill all of them.
Yeah.
And all the ones that survived probably had to be smaller, eat less, be more resourceful, and they evolved into birds. You know what I'm saying? They didn't become crocodiles. Them shits already existed. You know, there were lizards, there were snakes, there were dinosaurs, and there probably were some birds. And a lot of dinosaurs are bird-like. Like those velociraptors, they're fucking covered in feathers. You know, they don't look all sexy like they did in the original Jurassic Park, or even in the recent one. They have feathers. They look like big chicken. Like, we might laugh before getting eaten.
Well, think of those big birds that are basically, they're like flightless birds. They're just giant birds with big fucking talons on their feet.
Oh my god, fucking ostrich? That shit used
or
to definitely get eaten. Them shits are fucking bananas, dude.
For real.
Remember, dude, there was this crazy ass fucking bird that I was seeing eat. This shit looks like a fucking dinosaur. It looked dumb as hell. But, dude, I don't know, you know? Is he crying?
No, it's just like, so smart ass response is like, I'll have to,
okay.
It's stupid.
I mean,
it's not even a big deal, it's just like, it's rude for it. It's just an unexpected amount of rudeness from this person.
Okay, well, let's take a break for a second.
Oh shit, yeah.
No,
sorry, I gotta knock off in what I'm doing.
No.
It's just, I don't like rude people, and it's really weird when someone who's never rude is like overly rude.
Yeah, I hate that.
Just hanging out with different people, I think, and they're changing his views on reality or something.
Well, he's just an asshole.
Yeah, I don't think he's an asshole. I think he's easily influenced by people around him, and he's probably hanging out with assholes.
I think, like, falling for peer pressure sucks, or doing stuff like that sucks, but it does make you a bit of an asshole if you allow it to. Like, your behavior can change, that's fine. But to all of a sudden start devaluing the way that you act with people, like devaluing them in your speech and stuff, you could change, that's fine, but come on, I'm not worth any less, I have nothing to do with what's happening to you, nigga.
Right.
So get the fuck out of here with that.
I mean, 100%, and that's why it's like not bugging me, but it's just like, whoa, dude, relax, bro. Like, come on.
Nah, I mean, yeah, the fact, I mean, that's not a good look, and, I mean, why even, like, consider, you know, starting a business relationship with someone who's just rushing you and being disrespectful like that?
Yeah.
So
I would say it's not at that point yet, but that's why I'm not hitting him up.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, I mean, that's a friendship, so it's sort of a different look, but I'm just saying, like, whatever.
But you're right. No, 100%. I'm feeling the same way. I mean...
Well, let's take a break and stand up. I might have enough time to do a quick 1 hour show after this, because I got to leave at 4, I think, now all of a sudden, but, yeah, let's take a quick, like, little breather and then we'll dip. Because I want to see if the Audacity will go again. So,
oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Sounds good.
Alright. Thank you, everyone, for listening. The Psycho Show will be back. Us two psycho idiots. Actually, I think Chaidez is maybe the more sane one, because he seems to start to be hating the show, but, you know.
Starts to be hating? What do you mean?
No, I said you seem to start to be hating the show.
Hating it?
Dude, I'm just joking.
No, but I couldn't hear you. I wouldn't say if you were saying hitting or hating, so I'm like, I don't know which one you're saying.
If you can't hear it, then no one can hear it, so I'm just going to end it right now.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm fucking tired, man, bro.
It's all good. It's all good.
Alright.
It's okay. You'll get your division soon, don't worry.
No, I know. I'm feeling, bro. I'm shaking.
Drugs, nigga, drugs. Alright. Oh, you heard the drugs thing, pretty.
I heard that one, yeah.
Alright. Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.